Welcome to another great session. Today we have Trudy Rankin. Trudy is a founder of the online business Lift Off community. She loves helping people start, build, and grow their own online business. She's an expert in building funnels and particularly specializes in using quizzes as funnels. So I'm looking forward to speaking to you, Trudy, today. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks for having me, Chris. I'm really looking forward to it as well.
Trudy, so share with us, please, over this journey that you had and all the expertise that you were acquiring along the way, what were the pivotal moments that really changed everything?
There's been some really big pivotal moments, but one of the things, as I've been helping people start their own online businesses and things, and in my own business as well, one of the things I noticed is that as you look at the analytics and you look at the numbers of people who come to your website and you're trying to make sense of them and figure out what does it mean, and I realized that at least for almost everybody that I talk to, at least 95% of the people who come to your website tend to leave without becoming a customer or even getting any value out of it, or even becoming a lead. And I just thought to myself, that is such a waste. It's a waste of your effort. It's a waste of those people's time because they needed something. They thought maybe you could help. They came to your website and they didn't get what they needed. And that's just a waste all the way around. It's a bit sad. And I was just thinking to myself, what can you do about that? What can we do about that? How can we actually improve the numbers of people who get value out of coming to a particular website? And as I was mulling that over and thinking about that, somehow, and I really honestly can't remember to this day, but somebody I knew invited me to meet with somebody who had just started building a piece of software that helped people easily create quizzes. And I thought, ooh, that sounds kind of interesting. And so I met the person, got to know them, started using their software, and it's called LeadsHook, by the way, and basically got to the place where I went, wow, quizzes are really, really powerful things that can help with this question that I had, how do we just make it a better experience for everyone? And I started using quizzes, and it's really all about segmentation. So if you haven't heard the word segmentation before, segmentation is really just a way of saying people who have similar characteristics you want to kind of group them into a particular group and separate those groups out just a little bit and serve them just a little bit differently so that they get a better experience. And so quizzes, and eventually another thing that I call interactive online tools, ended up becoming a really, really excellent way of helping to solve this problem. And one of the things that I do and that I enjoy doing, and I've done quite a few now, is basically helping people create a quiz or an online interactive tool and turn it into a way of segmenting people who come to the website. People come through and they answer some questions, and then they get to do kind of like a choose your own adventure way of moving their way through. And how they answer those questions determines what kind of help you offer them. So you can highly personalize the experience. And one of the things that's really, really incredibly valuable about using quizzes or online interactive tools is that you can use automation to determine who's ready for you right now. And you can say in your results that you give to people when they've answered these questions, you can say, hey, you're ready to work with me. I think I could help you. Let's jump on a call. Let's make sure that that's the case. And then you can also have a group of people who are going, you can see that they're not quite ready yet, but if you were to nurture them and you were to give them a little bit of help, then they would eventually become a customer because they would be ready for you. And then you have another group of people who maybe they're a long way off, but they still would like to know what's going on. They'd love some tips and techniques. Maybe they're a couple of years away. And then you have people that you're never going to serve. Well, there's benefit to all of those things, because for the people that you're never going to serve, you're able to set it up so that you can still add value through automation. You use automation to set this up. You can still add value to them, and you can send them away happy, and they're likely to recommend you to other people. And you can also say, well, hang on, wait a minute, I can't help you, but I know somebody who can. And by the way, here's who it is, and would you like to go and check them out? Or you can tell the other person and they can go and contact those people. So there's a way you can actually sell your leads, or you can just use like I'll give you my leads, you give me your leads, sort of an arrangement. So you can end up helping everybody who comes to your website and who chooses to go through and answer your questions. It just gives you a way of helping people. So really quick example, a couple of quick examples. One is I've run, we have a program that's the Online Business Liftoff program. It's a pretty intensive, here's how you find an idea, start a business, here's how you build a website. It's quite a chunky type program. And we were running it on behalf of the government, the Australian federal government, ended up pretty much being COVID times. And we ran one of these quizzes and we just said, are you eligible to do this free program from the government? And people would come through and answer the questions, and we would be able to say, look, you're not eligible because you don't fit the criteria, or yes, you are eligible. Would you like to get on a phone and speak to somebody about this program to see if it's a good fit for you? And that quiz, I call it a quiz because that's kind of how people think about it. But that interactive tool or quiz was so successful, and the way of approaching it was so successful, we actually filled up all of our spots way ahead of time. We had to shut down all of our ads because we just didn't have any more space. We ran out of space. We filled up a wait list and we still had, we just didn't have any more room. So that's one quick example of how you can use it. The other example is that I work with somebody who helps people learn how to write, not learn how to write. They actually help them actually write a business book, and a business book that will sell and do really well. And basically we've set it up so that the people come through, answer the questions, and these questions are based on what this person already knows about who is ready for this program and who isn't. And basically we do that. So there's one group of people who get put onto an email list. You just get tips and techniques about how to do better writing. There's another group of people who basically they're ready, they're almost ready, but they just need to do some specific things in order to just start to build up I would call it a portfolio of specific kind of writing. And they can do that. They can either do it through a challenge, or they can choose to talk to the person who's running these programs and just see if they're ready to sign up to the program now. So there's really 4 groups of people. It's all automated to the place where this person then jumps on the phone and talks to somebody. Works really, really well. And the value to the person who does this book writing program, is that saves her time, saves her masses of time. And it means that she can go to this phone conversation prepared with the notes there with the responses that people have given. So that's a bit of a long answer, but that's kind of an example, 2 quick examples of the kind of value that you can get, both for the customer or the potential customers and for yourself as a business in terms of time savings and setting yourself up for future customers.